Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today's makeup, I'm going to be doing this look that I have on my eyes today. So if you guys want to see how I did this makeup look, then just keep on watching. Okay guys, so I'm going to start by using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz Pencil in the color Taupe, and with short hair-like strokes, I'm going to begin to fill in my brows. Then for my eyeshadow base, I'm going to be using the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer with a MAC 195 brush, and I'm going to apply it all over the lid. To set my eyeshadow base, I'm going to be using my face powder, which is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush powder with a Morphe M521 brush. Doing this will prevent your eyeshadows from creasing, as well as they will blend better and more smooth. Eyeshadows today, I'm going to be using my MAC Custom Palette, and I'm going to start with the color Haux. And a MAC 224 brush, I'm going to blend the eyeshadow all over my crease from the outer corner to the inner corner. Since the MAC 224 brush is a big fluffy brush, this is going to help you to really blend the eyeshadows in your crease really easily, and it's going to make sure that they're blended nice and smoothly. So moving on to the next color, which is called Coral, and a MAC 217 brush, I'm going to mainly focus this color on my outer corner and then blend the color through my crease. Now what I'm doing now is going in with the MAC 224 brush again, and no extra color. I'm just going to use this brush to make sure that everything is nice and blended and that everything is smooth. Now picking up the color Rule and the same 217 brush, I'm going to do the same thing that I did with the color Coral. I'm just basically using this color to add more dimension to the look. So picking up the color Red Brick and the same brush, I'm going to focus this color mainly in my outer corner just to add more dimension, and I'm not going to bring this color towards the crease. I'm just going to focus it in my outer corner. Moving on to the color I'm Into It and a MAC 221 brush, I'm going to focus this color on my outer corner, and to make sure that it's blended correctly, I'm going to go back in with the MAC 217 brush and a small amount of the Red Brick color, and I'm going to blend this on the edges of the color. So for this look, I'm going to cut my crease halfway, and to do so, I'm going to pick up some concealer, and you could use whichever concealer you like, and with a small flat brush, which has no name unfortunately, and starting from my inner corner, I'm going to slowly start to drag the color towards the center of my lid. And a little trick is to keep your eyes looking down, that way you could see where your crease is and where you want to apply the concealer. Also, I want to advise that if you're new to doing cut creases, remember to take your time. That way you have a nice cut crease and it doesn't look crazy. So don't be afraid to take your time, especially if you're learning. You know, it's definitely a process and you have to be patient with it. So, you know, just take your time for sure. Okay, so moving on to the next color, which is called Steamy. I'm going to place this color directly on top of the concealer, and for that I'm going to be using a MAC 242 brush. Okay, so this brush is perfect for this because it packs a lot of color, and because it's flat, it helps to really get into the edges of the cut crease. So now I'm picking up a little bit of the color Coral to blend the edges of the color Steamy where it meets with the color I'm Into It. And then I'm going to go in and add a little bit more of the color I'm Into It to the outer corner, just because I lost some of the color while I was blending the color Coral. So I'm going to be doing these steps a couple more times until I'm satisfied with the intensity that it has, and then I will go back with a little bit more Steamy, and I'm going to apply it to the inner corner to intensify it a little more. So really quickly before I apply my lashes, I'm going to be going in with mascara, and I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Lash Paradise Mascara. For my lashes, I'm going to be using the Ardell Demi Whispie lashes, and I'm going to be first applying them with my fingers, and then I'm going to use tweezers to secure the corners down. If you're new to lashes, I do recommend you give these one a try because they're very natural and that the band is very thin, so they're very easy to apply on your lash line. So to start with the skin, I'm going to go in with the Glamglow Glowstarter Illuminating Moisturizer, and also with MAC Fix Plus, and I'm going to use these products to help moisturize my skin and to also hydrate my skin. Okay, so following that, I'm going to go in with the Tarte Clean Slate Timeless Smoothing Primer, and I'm going to blend this primer all over my cheeks, my chin, and my nose to smooth out the texture and the pores that I have on my skin. For my foundation, I'm going to be using the MAC Cosmetics Prolongwear Nourishing Waterproof Foundation, and with a beauty blender, I'm going to blend the foundation all over my face, and I'm going to bring it down my neck. Now, I know the foundation doesn't look my color on camera, but I do promise that it is. Then I'm going to be moving on to my concealer for my under eyes, and I'm going to be using the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer, and I'm going to blend it all out using the beauty blender. To set my under eye concealer, I'm going to use the Coty Airspun powder and apply it using the beauty blender. I'm going to be applying a generous amount, and I'm going to let it bake for a little while. So while my under eyes are baking, I'm going to set my foundation using the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Powder, and I'm going to be using a Morphe E2 brush. So to bronze my skin, I'm using the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Matte Bronzer with a MAC 140 brush, and I'm going to start to bronze my cheekbones, then bringing the bronzer around my forehead down to my jawline and around my neck. Then I'm also going to apply some bronzer to my chin, and I'm going to bring it down the bridge of my nose. Moving right along to blush, which is one of my favorite steps to do, I'm going to be using the MAC blush in the color Cantaloupe, and I'm going to apply it using a Bdellium Tools brush in the number 980. I like to apply my blush on the apples of my cheeks, moving up towards my temple, and I like to also place it on my nose and on my chin. Here I'm picking up a little bit of Coty Airspun powder to bake and define my contour and to clean it up a little bit. For my highlight, I'm going to be using the Hourglass Ambient Absolute Strobe Light Palette, which has a super long name, and I'm going to be using all three colors. I'm going to highlight on all the high points of my face, so my cheekbones, the bridge of my nose, and my cupid's bow. And the brush I'm using is a Morphe M510 brush. To set my eyebrows, I'm going to be going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Gel in the color Clear. Using the same highlight palette, I'm using the middle shade to highlight the inner corners of my eyes and as well as my brow bone. Now I'm going to wipe away all the powder I used to bake, and going back to the color Coral in a MAC 239 brush, I'm going to blend this color all over my lower lash line from the outer corner to the inner corner. Now with the color Red Brick in a MAC 212 brush, I'm going to pack this color on the outer to the middle of my lower lash line. I'm also making sure that this color doesn't go too low on the lower lash line. Now with the color I'm into it and the same brush, I'm going to apply it in the same location that I applied the Red Brick color. Now I'm going to put the MAC Chromographic Eye Pencil in the shade NC15 and W20 all over my waterline to open up my eyes a bit more. And then I'm going to go in with the Kylie Cosmetics liquid lipstick in the color Angel. I really like Kylie's liquid lipsticks because they're pretty long lasting, as well as her color selection is really nice. Finally, to finish off this makeup look, I'm going to apply MAC Fix Plus to set my makeup and to help blend the powders with the foundations together. Alright you guys, that concludes this makeup video. If you guys want to see anything else that you have in mind, remember to leave me a comment in the bottom section below. And also remember to like and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.